Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I appreciate you taking our time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it, so thank you in advance. Now, there was no way that I could talk about a bunch of really good SNES games without bringing up a fighting game, okay? And one of the most storied fighting franchises of all time, which has recently found its footing again. That's right, talking about Mortal Kombat, but specifically third Mortal Kombat. Now, as much as I wanted to talk about my favorite version of Mortal Kombat 3, which is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, I had to keep this in line with games that I got to play on a consistent basis. And the only way I got to play Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was in the arcade at Lotto Video, which I would love to do a documentary on video stores who had arcade machines that had dirty little kids such as myself constantly coming in just to stand and look at the machines, because we were that serious about, just being in the presence of arcade machines. But anyway, I had a copy of Mortal Kombat 3, and yes, it doesn't have some of the amenities of Ultimate Mortal Kombat, particularly Scorpion and a few other characters like that, Jade and other ones. Mortal Kombat 3 was a really good game, and coming from Mortal Kombat 2, which is in my childhood was seen as one of the best games ever. And if you ask any of my siblings or relatives, they might tell you Mortal Kombat 2 is their favorite game out of the series, and I wouldn't argue with them about it. But for me, Mortal Kombat 3 is where I felt like the combos and things like that started to get to a point where, like, this is the best version of this combo system. Now, like, after this in 4, it kind of gets a little murky and things like that, and I'm not a big fan of it. And then you go into the Deadly Alliance stuff, and I'm just 100% out. But Mortal Kombat 3, the run feature, the combos, the fatalities, brutalities, animalities, babyalities, friendship. That's right, friendship again. Everything about this one, I was into from start to finish. Even, Sub-Zero with the scar on his face, I was like, fine, no harm, no foul. They make up for it in the story later when they explain what it is. But I just, the moment I saw this game, like, Mortal Kombat 1 was like, okay, this is really cool. Mortal Kombat 2 is like, all right, they're starting to get it. For me, Mortal Kombat 3, I'm like, okay, this is the Street Fighter 2 of Mortal Kombat. Like, you had something, and this is where you perfected it, at least in my opinion. So I'm a big Mortal Kombat 3 fan. Combos, characters, I mean, we get new characters like Cabal, we get the cybernetic ninjas, like the characters, the way they looked. Like, Shang Tsung is probably my favorite version of Shang Tsung. Like, I know everybody likes the old wizard version, but that version in 3 was like, oh yeah, he's full creeper. Like, he's not trying to hide the sorcerer's, powers and stuff like that. We get Kano and Sonya back, which I always thought was weird that they weren't in 2. And then, we got, like, Goro was a great second to last boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, the big heavy, he was a great heavy. Kentaro seemed contrived and a little lazy to me, and this is kid me. Like, I don't personally care now, but back then I was always like, Kentaro was lazy. But Mutaro, on the other hand, now that's just fantastic right there. I mean, he's a centaur, and he's making the horse noises as he's kicking you across the screen. Like, come on. And Shao Kahn, he's back and he's ready. He's about that action now, and he's really coming at you hard now. So I really enjoyed 3. I enjoyed the story of 3. I was super into the lore of 3. Like, out of the Mortal Kombats, this one and X were the 2 that I probably put the most time into. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, learning all the moves. Had some of the coolest, like, codes and stuff, because they just put a code menu and then you just go in and have at it. I just thought, this was just a great port. This was, where I finally started figuring out, like, yeah, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, obviously better game, more stuff, more things to it. But I was always okay with having this at the house. This always made me like, all right, I can play this. I'll run through this if I get too bored. This is before, Liu Kang is out here looking like an extra from Thriller. Like, we're in a good spot here. I know you all like this version of Mortal Kombat. And I would like to hear who your favorite characters are, favorite finishing moves. What did you think about Mortal Kombat 3? Did you feel like it was a step up from 2? Did you not like the direction they were going in? I know some people didn't like the running and all of that, but I personally did. But I like to hear your thoughts on it. Appreciate you checking out the video. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.